How's that? Is that better? Thank you for the notice there, Sharky. Appreciate it. All right, let's try that again. Welcome to the stream, everybody. So I've gone back to the Streamlabs version of OBS, and it's doing some wonky stuff. All right, so as I was saying, basically in the live stream yesterday, we were told that that there was a no uranium start. And so I wanted to give that a try. So what we're going to do is we are going to see if we can reduce our vertical speed or horizontal speed here. There we go. All right. And this is going to suck because it doesn't look like we have material detectors working. All right, so let's go ahead and level this thing out. Well, to be fair, Adredin is just now getting back into streaming, so the multitasking takes a lot for people to grow into. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to see if we can find any materials over here, besides ice, obviously. Now we do want... We are actually mostly level. Alright. So we're going to bring this down just a little bit further. It is definitely sound day. Sound day is like legs day. You never want to skip it. Alright. So let's see if we can find ourselves a little bit of material here, because we need to get iron. Since there's no uranium, we're not going to worry about uranium, but we do need to worry about things like fail video at Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, the what is it? The Ultimate Twitch Fails channel. That thing is hilarious. You ever want to see your favorite Twitch streamers and YouTubers caught with their pants down, sometimes literally? Oh, man. Demon, to be fair, Pistons hate everybody. Alright, so we've got about an hour of power left in our reactor, which is actually not a bad thing. So the whole premise of this is that there is no uranium on the Earth-like planet. In order for us to get uranium, we have to get in orbit, so all of our builds are going to be either hydrogen or solar powered. So because of that, we need to find, hey, silicon, look at that. Now if we can find some iron in this area, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna GPS this really quick. Number one is going to be silicon. There you go. Uranium. What? There's not supposed to be uranium on the planet. What the hell? Interesting. I know I loaded that mod. Alright, hold on. Let's set this thing down here. See, even when I try to make things challenging, the game cheats. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn the power off for a second, because I want to see. Alright, let me check this really quick. That's really annoying. Okay, this is kind of weird. Odd. No, that's right. You can see the video only in Pornhub. Lovely. Thanks, Sharky. You have 7 stacked pistons. Interesting. It might be something that's changed in a recent update, so depending on how old the video is, the pistons and things like pistons, rotors, and wheels have all been changed over the last like 2 months or so, to make them a little bit more stable. So it may be something that changed since that, because I don't know how old the video is. Yeah, so I have this mod loaded. So why do I have uranium? Alright. So just to make sure I actually loaded it, we're going to go ahead and save this for a second. So we're going to load game. Now just to show you, edit settings. We'll look at the mods. Yeah, see? No uranium. Interesting. Huh. I wonder if it's because of the scenario start. Like you need to choose. Maybe because it might be only if I choose the Earth Easy Start. Huh. So let's go back. I'm kind of curious here. Because I'm betting it's just this one. I'm betting that's what it is. All right. Well, what we'll do then is we'll continue with the one that we have. I will play around with it a little bit more, and we'll deal with what basically we just won't use uranium. We won't mine any uranium. Hey Shades, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I feel bad because I'm betting. I'm betting that what it is that the mod is supposed to be for the easy start, not for the solar system start. Because technically, the solar system start is completely RNG. Well, it's not completely RNG, obviously, but there is some RNG elements on it. So, like I said, what we'll do is we'll set up an artificial challenge for ourselves where we won't use any uranium. So what I'll do is we do have the build and repair tool turned on. So on Earth, we will have any bobs that we build will be set to ignore uranium. So if I happen to mine it by accident, we don't pick it up. That's always good, Shades. You know, it would be really bad if you weren't alive and at the live stream. So now I will apologize ahead of time because of the mods and the number of mods we have loaded. This is like a 5-minute boot time. So yeah, Sharky, I know. I seem to be able to break almost any mod anymore. Goes back to my my QA days, I think. Oh man. So how's the buffering and everything for everybody so far? Is the network connection, everything seem good? I just want to make sure because I know that with YouTube yesterday we were having some buffering issues, and I had some people saying that it was okay and some people saying they were having bad buffering problems. So, and while we're waiting for this to load, the Empyrean Iron Man. So the video did not get posted this morning. It will be posted this afternoon. I apologize for it. I did not mean to not get that video out this morning. Basically, there will be 2 videos today. There is me grinding to get levels and to try and get XP, basically getting from where we left off in the first video. And then there will be a second video related to the challenge. So. Okay, Demon. Good to know. Alright. So we are back in the game. This is good. There. So I'm going to turn this on, but we're going to turn off a bunch of stuff here. So we want the batteries left on. We're going to turn off all of the interior lights. We're going to turn off the thrusters. Let's turn off panels. Turn all of that stuff off. There we go. Basically turning off everything we can in order to make our power last as long as possible. Now, like I said, we are not going to mine any uranium, at least not intentionally. We'll open that up for now. Now, I do actually have a couple of scripts to make things run a little bit easier for us. Portsmore got wrecked. Yeah, he was not expecting the... So this is an Earth-like planet, so we can turn off our helmet. Alright, so we know we have silicon below us. What else do we have here? I need to get back in the chair for a second. And there we go. Oop. So we have silicon, magnesium, and uranium. So I'm going to go ahead and update this. All right. It does upset me that the mod doesn't seem to work in the solar system start. I mean, it's an awesome mod. I've seen it in use, but I thought they were using it in that it was usable in the solar system. So, but apparently not. Okay, so we have silicon. Iron tends to be fairly easy to get a hold of. So what we're gonna do, make sure we don't have any anything chasing us here. And ice, ice, ice. I should probably silicon, uranium. Oh, so they're using, okay. So that's what they're doing. Okay, so what we're looking at then, so basically the discolorations now are much more subtle. You see how this is regular ice? You get over here and you'll see this like blackish gray. That's what they're using for it now. So it makes it harder to see it unless you get right on top of it. Interesting. Alright, so I'm thinking we're gonna head back to the shuttle. Hey Wartall, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the subscriber list too, buddy. Greatly appreciate it. Throw some love Wartall's way, please. Give him a good old-fashioned panda pounce over there. And welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week so far. So, do we have any bottles? I think we have some bottles, right? Yes, yes we do. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll grab that. It's refilling. Okay. Actually, I think we're gonna... Let's use... So we have battery power for a while. I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and do this. So there we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little flight around, see if we can find some iron really quick. Oh, yes, you did. I'm sorry, I should have said welcome to the the 6-month subscriber club. Sorry about that. Oh man. I have a little notice thing that pops up and it apparently was not tracking. So because I have a horrible memory. So. I know, right, Shades? I keep it secret. Only the really cool people get invited to it. Aren't you glad you remember? It's so secret I don't tell anybody. Gold and silver. Wow. Oh, this is turning into a pretty good start location. That's what we're gonna do. Concurrent. The only thing we really need now is nickel and iron. I'd take cobalt as well, but the nickel is a little bit more important early on. Yes, Shades, there is actually a... oh, hello. We seem to have actually achieved a perfect landing without paying attention. That's kind of troublesome. Oh. So yeah, we do one for 6 months and 12 months. The 9-month one is just for you, Shades. Yeah, well, Sharky, that's because you don't count. Oh, you know I'm teasing you, buddy. Alright. So yes, we do need to find some iron. There is usually iron around the ice patches, and I'm hoping we'll find some over here. Shades, you're all special to me. Believe it or not, I actually do appreciate the folks in the community, whether or not you are a subscriber. I mean, obviously, I do appreciate the fact that you believe in me enough to pay me to do this, so. But just know I enjoy doing it, and I would be doing it even if the folks weren't, you know, throwing money at the screen for me. Stuck for 18 years. That's a different type of 9-month club there, Sharky. Oh, man. Alright. Come on, there's got to be some iron around this place. Oh, man. The search for iron. It figures the one, you know, I decided to not do a uranium usage start, or let me rephrase that. I tried to do a no uranium start, and we find uranium as the first resource, or one of the first resources. Oh, all right. Trying to see if we can find any more of the discolorations on the ice here to point us towards resources. Not really seeing much out here. More silicon. Nickel. Yes, silicon and nickel. Good. We need to set up a new GPS. And I actually want to update these, because I always forget, if I don't put a 0 in front when I get into double digits, it gives us trouble. All right. Silicon and nickel, magnesium. Favorite corner check yet? Actually, I am not I'm not at the lake that I like. I'm at one of the other lakes. This is the big lake in the middle of the planet. Basically ended up probably about 20k or so away from where I normally start. Yeah, Demon, if it was real, if it was a real planet, then yes, you would most likely find iron near the nickel. The material seeds are somewhat random. The general areas are usually about the same, but the materials that are encased are usually a little different. Let's see. See, I don't use this portion of the planet that often, so I'm not sure where all of the general nodes are. Alright, so let's bring her down a little bit. We want to keep ourselves at about 30-ish meters. That's generally a good height to do to go looking for resources on the planet. Also gives you a little range in case you run into something that's uneven or just completely out of position. I wouldn't say it's the wrong location. I'm actually happy that it's away from where we normally start, so it'll be a little bit different. You know, knowing where the general resources are at the start does take some of the challenge out of the game, so looks like there might be some resource over here. But I tend to circle the edges of any of the bodies of water just to see what's in the general area. Because that looked like that might have been a resource discoloration in the ice, more uranium. Iron. Look at that. Alright. So this is actually not a bad place to set up, I think. So what we'll probably do... Iron, gold, and uranium here. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a GPS really quick. This is going to be 4 iron. And what was the other one? Gold was the other one, right? Yeah, okay. Wrong landing and wrong piloting. Yes, yes there is. Just remember, any landing you can walk away from, be it a violent stop or a gentle stop, is an actual landing. It's the ones that you don't walk away from that you have to be worried about. Face first into ice at 104 meters a second. If you didn't walk away from it, was not a good landing. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we might see if I'm going to see if we can find any iron closer to the silicon deposits, because what I want is something that's a little bit closer, hopefully. But once we're down on the planet, what we'll be able to do is we'll set up a charging station so that we can get some batteries charged and get things up and running. Alright, so I'm trying to see. That looks like that's some discoloration in the ice over here. Silicon, uranium, magnesium. Let's go. So we actually have most of what we need. The only thing that we haven't really found yet is cobalt. And cobalt would actually be, let me see here, that's 2K if we do it there. Nickel is 2K out. This might not be a bad place to set up. Especially if we can find some iron. If we can find some iron in this area, would be really beneficial. It's just more ice. You say that like it's a bad thing. Pandas don't mind the cold too much. We just don't like a lot of cold. See, that's where I'm different from the normal panda. I actually like the cold. Alright, so there might be iron over here. Has a large thing of gold. Gold and silver. Gold and silver. Come on, give me some iron or cobalt or both. Iron and cobalt in this area would be awesome. I see something popping. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and call this one gold and silver for now. We'll see if anything else shows up in the scans. Wow, Sharky. I'll have to share that comment with the wife later. I'm not used to not having iron this far inland. I would have thought there would have been iron over here already. Come on. See what we have over here. Anything? Alright, so I do think what we're gonna do, magnesium, silicon. Come on, give me some iron. Give me some iron. More uranium. This is the most uranium I have ever seen at the start. I swear. Man. So, what did we say? Silicon, magnesium, and uranium? Alright. Yeah. I mean, it almost looks like it's surface uranium at this point. It's crazy. Thanks, Sharky. You just love teasing me, that's what it is. Alright. It's all good. Alright. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to start swinging around at this point because we're coming up on our other landing location here. So I think if we swing the butt of this thing, like I said, finding iron in between all of these points would be great. What we're looking for is we're looking for the slightly grayish looking terrain. I don't like the new, more subtle resource markers. I liked it when you could spot it from orbit, you know? If you can't spot it from orbit, how are you supposed to know where you want to set up your lander? How fast are we going? We're okay. We're okay. So let's move over this way. The other reason why I recommend keeping your altitude down around the 30-meter mark when you're doing these types of scans is if something happens and you end up losing power for some reason, you know, it means you're not going to fall quite as far and you are more likely to allow your landing gears to be able to catch you. Demon, the first rule of Sharky. No matter what you meant and what you said. Ow. Pay attention, Hal. As I was saying, no matter what you said, no matter what you meant, Sharky will find a way to twist it. All right. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over this way. I think what we may end up doing is actually building our base out in the middle of the ice so that we're no more than... I'm going to try and get it so we're no more than 2k away from any of the major resources. Especially since we're not finding cobalt. And not having cobalt is actually somewhat troubling. That's silicon, but I think that is... No, that was actually a different silicon deposit. There's silicon over here somewhere. I saw it pop for half a second. There it is. There's silicon. Please tell me there's some iron. No. Wow, this is a horrible mix. Okay. So this is going to be more of that wonderful silicon, magnesium, and uranium. That's an odd mix for this region, actually. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this much uranium. I might actually need to head inland a little bit. But if we're going to be dependent on solar and hydrogen, I want to be close enough to a large body of water that we can actually get the hydrogen. Because I don't want to have to fight for all of this stuff. Hey, Scratching Tickle. Thanks for the host. I know it's an auto host, but that's okay. I appreciate it anyway. If you're watching from Tickle's side, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now we are supposed to be using the no uranium start mod. We have it loaded. I showed everybody early on in the stream that we actually restarted just to make sure it was active, and we are still finding it. So we got the nickel over here and iron over there. So okay, I think what we'll do is let's split the difference on the location. We're at 2.7, yeah, roughly 2.7 to the iron. Got magnesium, silicon, nickel over here. So what we'll do is we're gonna split this so that we're about 1 kilometer out from the silicon, uranium, magnesium over there, which should also put us not too far off from the gold and silver, it looks like. So what we'll do is we'll set down so that we're about a kilometer in between them all. And let's bring it around this way. So we don't want to be too far away from the iron because we're basically going to need a lot of it. But I also don't want to be 3 kilometers away from everything else, you know? Alright, so we're a kilometer there. So let's get to 1.5 of the iron. Yeah, that's good. This is close enough. Let's take a look outside, make sure we are as level as we can be here. Because I also don't want to use quite so much of the last of my uranium if I don't need to. And We are down. All right. Okay. So I think that's about as close as we're going to get and have most of the resources that we need. All right. Switch over to this. Now we do need to get our solar panels set up fairly quickly. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. And our other cargo container has our solar stuff. Yeah. So let's see, we're going to be heading most of the time that way. So let's set ourselves up with... There. Let's go about there. 2, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so what we're doing is we're setting up a basic area. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just basically marking out the beginnings of what will eventually be 2, 3, 4, 5. Our actual base. Now, what I marked out over there is going to be our hangar area, because we will be building ground-based vehicles for a little while, at least until we have enough resources to basically build a large solar array. Now, we got that. Alright, so I want you to be... and rotor. Interesting. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Now, I don't want it to be an advanced rotor. I want just a regular rotor. And we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up 5. 1, 2 out. Yeah. Out. And what we're going to do is we're going to do another rotor there. And another rotor there. And you will see what we are planning on doing here shortly. Ah, crap. Okay, so that's going to be our where we're placing our solar arrays. I actually have a script that will allow us to set this thing up to basically auto track the sun. Exactly, Sharky. That's why I appreciate it. I appreciate folks who just like manually host or auto host. You know, it's like, because for them to put you on the auto host script means that they actually enjoy your content enough that they want people to see it when they're not doing their own thing. So that to me is probably one of the best one of the best ways of showing your support. You know, obviously I'm not going to say don't throw money at the screen. You know, but like I said earlier, it's like if you can't do it, you don't have, you know, never feel that you have to do stuff like that. It is always appreciated, and like I said, I really enjoy the community that we have, so you know, I make jokes about all sorts of stuff, but that's one of the things that I won't normally joke around about. Well, I don't ever joke around about my appreciation for it, but I'm just gonna shut up right now and get back to this game. Building a shrine to Lord Clang, kind of, yeah. Actually, I need to turn the damn beacon off. I knew there was something I forgot. Where are you at, buddy? Oh, Shades, thank you for the bits. I appreciate that. I even will make a little heart-shaped hand thing for you. Oh. But thank you, seriously. It is greatly appreciated. Alright, so let's see, where did we have a programmable block floating around in here somewhere, and I always misplace the damn thing. Oh, there it is. Come with me if you want to leave. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that out of here, because we don't need any of that right now. Now what we're going to do is just going to go ahead and drop this beast here. Okay, so we get that going. Oh, let's see here. Can we? There we go. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get these welded up so that we can start getting power collected. I'll get the doggy treat. No, you're allowed to flash your bits. You're not allowed to flash your naughty bits, you see. Handing them over though, that's completely legit. Well, it depends, because you know. Never mind, I won't finish that statement. I'm going to avoid the Twitch politics. Oh, man. And Demon, like I said earlier, you never have to throw money at the screen, buddy. I'll never say no to it, but I'll never ask it either. And you know what? Can we go ahead and get... Oh, we can get 2 more. Okay. Okay, so I won't... Trying to get this damn auto rotate. There we go. Auto rotate's really pissing me off today. There we go. There we go. You're on the sidewalk. That's dedication to a live stream right there, man. All bits are beautiful, buddy. That's all that matters, Sharky. Just remember that. All bits are beautiful. Alright. So let's go ahead and go grab... Need to get the battery here. Now, I do have a battery mod. I've actually got a couple of battery mods installed. So I figure if we're going to be using something where we're basically all solar all the time, we should at least get things, you know, have options. I'm gonna actually take that out so we can get to the one below it as well. Ow. Alright, so this should be the last for this battery. And so basically what we're doing here, like I said, is we're just trying to get things online so that we can maximize what we have available. I'm damn tempted to try and build a merge block as well, so that we can get the ship on the merge. Because if we did that, we could use the batteries that are actually on it. Nice, Sharky. Yeah, I had to stop watching live streams when I was out and about because the stuff that I was, you know, because I watched people like Games for Kicks and man, who is, like, see, I've done that with Midnight and a few other folks, and because I enjoy hanging out with all the people that I watch on live streams as well as the various communities, I tend to laugh a lot, and when you're watching live streams while you're out and about and you start laughing, people start acting like you're a little insane, so, which normally I'm actually fine with, but okay, so first things first, we need, do we have the parts to build that? Large steel tubes, I need 2. Okay, so we'll actually end up getting those from the landing gear, I think. Oh, we need a lot of steel tubes. I don't know if we're gonna get that many steel tubes. You have steel tubes? You have steel tubes. And you are not the one that we are attached by, so away you go. Is Red lurking? She might be. She shows up in the damnedest places. In the subway surrounded by a mass of people, yeah. Alright, so we have, you're getting power? Yes, you are getting power. Awesome. So let me set this up, and what we're gonna do is, I think we need to have all of this in a group called solar panels. I think that's what it needs, right? Let me check the script. Solar rotors. Okay, so it's just these. So we save that as those. We go in here, we grab edit, we are going to browse the workshop, we are going to grab solar alignment script, say okay, we're going to just do that. And that gives us our statistics. An unknown signal coming down basically on top of us. And there goes the script. Look at that. It's tracking for us. Interesting. Oh god, that looks like the chute didn't open. Oh nope, there it goes. Okay. Let's go grab an unknown signal because that's got some resources. Now, like I said, I'm going to attempt to not mine any uranium. But that doesn't mean we can't steal it from others. Hey! You son of a idiot. Come here. Come here, you. Ah, I hate when they do that. Got the badger gloves. Awesome. No, we're doing a willing no uranium thing, Shirky. Basically, I am not going to mine uranium, but I am not above stealing it from other things. So, so if we happen to find it, like this, oh look at you, give me an enhanced drill too. Where are you at, buddy? Give me your stuff. Look at that. But yeah, I'm definitely not above stealing stuff from the drops like this. No. Come on, a little further. Yeah. See, my take on it is that because if you have like meteors turned on, or the asteroids, no, meteors. If you have meteors turned on, you have the ability to get platinum without ever leaving the planet. There is a chance for the meteors to drop platinum. So if you're planet side, turn meteors on if you're trying to get resources. I don't think I would actually steal uranium from like real life. Especially the uranium you might have, because with my luck it would be depleted. So. I'm not overly worried about single plates. But I do want to get things like the construction components. There we go. Alright. So once the upper rotors are done, you'll actually get the elevation changes as well. So it will do what it can to keep 100% of the charge. It wants the charge to be 100%, which will probably mean I may need to move this over to the other side. Let's do that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we do, you know what? Let's just do this. We're gonna go ahead and pick all of this up, and we're gonna put it on the other side of the base. Because when I was building, I wasn't thinking about having the arms extend out quite that far. But that's okay. And we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like I said, what this is going to end up being is this will be the hangar area, for lack of a better term. One too many. All right. Let's go this way with it. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the corner. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corner. Okay. Take that out. So what will end up happening is this will be where we'll have our docking bay area for our drive-through vehicles. That way they can get to and from the various resources. Go ahead and turn our personal light off. Now the funny thing is that script that we have that's tracking the sun right now will also do things like manage your lights. So it'll basically turn lights on automatically at night and then turn them off during the day or if your power gets too low. This particular one, let me tell you really quickly. Come on. There we go. ISI solar alignment script. Now I will have a complete list of all of the mods that we have loaded, including the scripts, in the description for the video at some point, and I will put it up on the work group as well as a collection over there for the start. And the thing is that it'll actually do things like it shows you statistics as well, and you can have this output to LCDs, which I am going to set up here in just a moment. Actually, let me grab this because I forgot how to set up the LCD output. Okay, so now you can do this with corner LCDs, which will give you a reduced amount of information, or you can do it with full LCD panels. So we're going to grab the LCD panel. We're going to grab that. Oh. And I'm actually going to do this with, let's go bottom. Actually, if we're going to do that, let's do top then. We'll just grab this and so we can... Alright, come here. It helps if I'm looking at it. Oh, your bottom, I want flat top. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the LCD flat top, and it needs to be named LCD solar alignment. Alright, and then you go into the custom data and you tell it battery. Oh, am I doing that wrong? Let's see here. Oh, okay, so I don't even have to say... Where's it at? I don't even have to say that. If I get rid of that... And we call that battery. Is that right? Okay, so corner LCD. I'll have to play around with that, because if you use a regular LCD for this, let's go here. Yeah, I know my suit energy is critical. So this is let's see, solar alignment, is that right? There we go. So yeah, if you use the regular LCD, you get this, which will tell you basically what all of your statistics are for it. So power, what your output is, and then things like what time it is, day length. So, but yeah, and what it'll do is the script actually self-modifies. So it will say, where was the first successful raycast of the solar at? What's up? Custom to the LCD but not battery. Put the name back in. Oh, very nice. So, yes, I'm only going to be using solar and hydrogen. I do have the planet that was modified for no uranium, but it's not working. I've got uranium spawn on the planet. So we're doing a willing challenge of no mining uranium. So we're only going to be building with solar and batteries and hydrogen, obviously. So. Nope, oh, custom to of the LCD, not battery. Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome, good to know. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with the outputs more. So I figured it's just easier just to go ahead and use that because I need the stats anyway. So. But I will have, like I said, I will have a complete list of mods. We've got 39 mods listed. And we're basically going to be doing a lot of stuff with them, so. And as you can see, the script is basically trying to figure out what the optimal tracking is, which is awesome. And since we are at a pretty fresh start, we don't have the elevation set up yet, but we'll get that running here shortly. So as I was saying with the power system, yes, the only uranium that we will use is what we get from harvesting from other ships, like if we capture something, or from the unknown signals when we take the reactors apart. I am not going to mine any uranium though, and I need I need the recharge is what I really need. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's get some power back in here. See, it would help if I had the LCDs. If I had the solar panel rotors set up, they would actually be able to change their pitch and elevation. And so we're gonna try and get those running right now. Hopefully not have it smack me out of the air. Can I get... do I have any more large steel tubes? No, okay. So we're going to weld these up. And as you can see, it is now changing the pitch as well. And that one needs to be realigned, it looks like. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to change the alignment on that one then. Oh, nope, there it goes. It's figuring it out. So yes, out of all of the solar scripts that I've used, this one so far has been my favorite. Simply because, as you saw how easy it was to set up, you literally set up a programmable block, you install the code, you set a group with all of your rotors in it, call it solar rotors, and let the script do its thing. The only reason we even have the LCD is just so I can monitor the statistics. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and throw all this stuff back in here because we don't need all of this right now. But I am gonna take this, drop that off. Review, give us that. Since we looted that, it's fair game. Okay. Now we need to start setting up our base, which means comes the fun part. Alright, so let's turn on the light so you can see what's going on here. So cargo 1 and 2, okay. And over here we're going to do car 2, so we can actually move all of this stuff out of here. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now there is enough parts on board the ship to make this thing, and we are going to put this, I don't know. Let's put it there, I guess. Alright. So we have that. We're going to move. That's going to be 1. And how are we going to do this? Okay, so what we could do, let's bring this up here really quick. Let's get that out of there, get that out of there. So if we do an assembler here, so if we do an assembler like that, and we do a refinery. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, ooh, puppy. My dog is letting himself be known. So we do that. That ties all of those together. Gives us a very basic starting point. Damn, pups. My dog has had gas for the last few days, so he's choking me out here. It's both, Sharky. That's where I store my exceptionally large bits. Alright. So now comes the fun part of where we start breaking all this stuff down. You first, buddy. Yeah, my inventory is full, I know. Alright. And this is why we moved everything over here, so we could do this. Go ahead and get that out of there. We're here, we may as well refill these. There we go. Get the windows out of here. So what we're doing is we're just basically breaking the ship down now, specifically to steal the parts. This will all go into the cargo container at some point. And I think I have enough room to carry all of this. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll replace the what we're building over here. Alright, so we are just going to grab passenger seat. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just has to work. Oh, no, that takes too many parts. We don't want to use that. We'll use that later. Construction. We need the flight seat. 3 plates. Weird. Alright. Like I said, it doesn't have to be any fancy, just has to work. And is that the wrong one? There it goes. I must have double tapped the button there. Alright. Yes, you do lose the power cells if you grind down the battery. But what we're going to do is I'm going to basically build a couple of merge blocks, and we're going to start stacking batteries off to the side. So, just to show you where we're going to go with this. Plates are easy, so I'm not too worried about them. Maybe grab some plates. Yeah, so what the basic idea is that we will have, you know, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do, how many batteries do we have on this thing anyway? We've got 5 batteries, I think, in here. I can never remember how many batteries are in the 4. Okay. So what we're going to do is basically we'll slap merge blocks on the batteries. One of the first things we build is going to be a ship, to like just a small crane style vehicle to basically pick up the blocks, move them over here, the battery blocks, and then we'll merge them into the network. That way we don't lose them, and we'll be able to use them. And let's go ahead and start taking the rest of the upper area apart here. Yeah, if I wasn't limiting myself on what my power systems could be, I wouldn't worry about the batteries in here. I would just go ahead and break them down and take the loss on the power parts, but you are a timer block. Yeah, Chromecast is interesting. We'll see how it all goes. Now I think I have increased, maybe I don't have increased cargo capacity turned on. I just realized. Hey, give me that back. Quit trying to steal my stuff. Alright. Yeah, so once we get out of the planet, then we'll be able to use uranium normally, but I wanted to do it, have a planetary start where we basically we don't use uranium at the start. I think it's a nice upgrade, you know, it gives us something to progress and work towards. Okay, and you are our ice generator. Did I take all the... Oh, well. I don't remember taking the other windows apart. Alright, so... Window is gone. Window is gone. Did I get all of them? No, I missed one. There we go. I should probably actually leave this until we're a little further along. Let's go ahead and drop down here, see if we can drop off all of this stuff. What are we looking at for interior plates? So we have, I think that's actually enough at this point. Let's go. Cargo. Cargo is the word that I was trying to remember. There we go. Interior plates, metal grids, and something else. I didn't see what the last one was. We'll figure it out here in a second, though. Oh, no. Give me that. There you go. So it's metal grids and interior plates are what we need. We need another 101 interior plates and a bunch of metal grids. Okay, we can do this. I actually think I might have... Assembler doesn't have anything in it either. Huh. Interesting. That's that, that's that. All right. Let's grab all the little odds and ends here. Actually. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, and your interior plates? No, your steel plates. Nah, I thought I had some more interior plates in here somewhere. If not, that's fine. We're getting ready to move the assembler and the refinery and everything over here anyway. So once we have that up and running, we'll actually be able... Aha! Look at that. So if metal grids are all we need now, we need what, another 7? 8? We need 8 metal grids. I think we can do that. I don't remember what else needs metal grids. You don't need metal grids, do you? No, you don't. You need metal grids. Come here, buddy. Time to cannibalize. Give me all the yum. All the nom nom nom. Right. There we go. Yeah, see, I used to just transfer everything off of the lander as it was and then come back and try and make things. And I realized if I do a little bit more work early on and do it a little bit better, conscious of what we have available, we can actually make a lot of really cool stuff very early on with very little work. So, dude, if they get actual flowing water in Medieval Engineers, that would be awesome. The amount of people who would never touch Space Engineers again. Now I do have the nanite build and repair system installed, but I don't like using it to break the ship down until we get the bulk of the expensive stuff off. I'll probably will use it to break down the large thrusters, because otherwise you end up taking like 12 trips back and forth even with the large inventory capacity. So, because it's just so many motors in these things, basically you spend like half an hour just transporting motors back and forth. So I'll probably use Bob for that, but game of the century, man. So I'm kind of curious with, what's that game? Dual Universe? When that comes out, or when it gets closer to coming out. I'm kind of curious as to if the planets will have flowing water on them or not. I haven't seen anything showing that. Yeah, suit. Oh, I know. It's fine. I don't think Keen has discussed it, but it's, you know, if you've been following him, you already know that the community wants it. I don't know if we'll see it though, because my understanding is that in order to implement a water physics model, they basically have to redo the entire planetary system that they have over there. For the voxels were never meant to have it. So. Yeah, you have to be careful with Sharky because he'll mention water in like any of the engineer games. And sorry, I should have prefaced my reply with a it would be nice, but yeah, the American, the folks over at KSH have said multiple times that there's just no way for them to put water into the game, not as a flowing system. The needs of it. The dynamic needs of a system like that just don't justify it, you know? It's almost impossible to justify from their side. Now, do you have anything in your inventory? No. Okay, so we can take you out. Yeah, if they do a 2.0 for medieval engineers, maybe then we'll see it, but let's turn off the light. We don't really need that. But I wouldn't hold your breath for it. The fluid dynamics are they're a pain in the ass for most developers. I mean, come on, you've got companies that have, you know, decades of experience and a lot more resource available monetarily that have problems producing a good water physics system. Not saying they can't do it, just saying that there are things that are obviously much higher priority for them to address. So, let me see if these things are charging. No, like I said, Sharky, in order to implement that kind of feature, that's something that has to be really designed into the engine from the ground up. You're not going to be able to just paste that, you know, paste that kind of code into the rest of your system. The organic resources, that's possible. Since they, you know, there are actually mods that implement that already. Including like new plant types and food. So, a fun at it challenge, yeah, right? Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Yeah, so now I don't know, because there was conversation at one point in time on some of the forums, and this was actually on Keen's side as well, where they were saying that they wanted to start focusing more on the survival aspects of space engineers. So they had been experimenting with different ways of implementing like a farming system in the game. But I don't think anything ever came of it because the mods that are out do it as well as what they would be able to do. So, but it would be nice. It would be fun to see. I mean, if they ever actually were able to do what they originally were talking about, where you would be able to go, where they would merge medieval engineers and space engineers. So you would start in medieval engineers, build your stuff, get to the point where you would advance into a technological age, and then transition into space engineers. That would be awesome. Check my stats. Oh, because I was low on power? Right on. Thanks, Shades. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm planet side. I don't tend to worry about power too much. I just keep going until I die. Let me take that out. Grab some extra plates here while we're here. Oh, I don't want to waste the oxygen, but it's oxygen. So I need to be careful because we are going to try to save the batteries, so I don't want them just like dropping everywhere. Gyro can come out. Dude, pups. Really? Yeah, so for those who don't know, my dog, when I'm live streaming, likes to sleep on my legs. Like, he'll get under the desk and lay down on my feet. And then he flops on his side so that he uses my my feet like a pillow. So he'll actually put his head like on the tops of my feet, or he'll lay his entire back across my feet. But when he does that, he tends to relax. And when he starts relaxing, yeah. Oh man. It's rather rancid. I think it was actually Shades that beat you this time, Wart. Alright, so we've got all of this. So I want to go ahead. We're going to take that out. We'll take this stuff off of here for now. And we're going to do refinery. Assembler. And the new but old H2 system. They changed the name, so if you're trying to figure out where it went, let's see. That's basically where it went. And we do. Oh, I need steel plate. So, but thanks for watching out for me, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have that. That's piped in. That's important so that we can actually keep our systems running here. Well, how many of you remember what it used to be like back in the old days of Space Engineers? If you ran out of power, you started dying. You would start taking health damage. Made sure to get your attention really quick. So we take that out of there, we go here. Now I am using Easy Inventory, which allows you to do a single right click with the item attached, select it, and it'll pull all the items, all the resources that you need to make it, as long as you have room in your inventory. If you don't, it'll keep note of what you have already removed. So when you come back the next time, just like this, you select it again, you right click again, and it'll pull the remaining items out of the inventory for you. So. You'd be fine, Shades. I think you would actually do really well in Space Engineers, especially on like a planetary build. I would love to get you into Space Engineers, Shades. With the things that you build, like over in 7 Days to Die. I think it'd be pretty awesome, honestly. So we're gonna upgrade this with a yield module. We're actually going to put 4 of these on here. Do I have the parts to build one though? Oh, look at that. I have the parts for it. She could build moats if she wanted to. It's fine. Can I build 3? How about 4? Oh, look at that. I can build all 4 of them. Yes. Yeah, we'll start here. It's fine. Just get them welded up. Yeah, we're waiting for Alpha 17 to drop. Once Alpha 17 drops, you'll see me cut back on the Space Engineers and be back over in the 7 Days to Die side of the house. I'm doing a modded playthrough for 7 Days to Die over on the YouTube side. We're doing the Undead Legacy mod. And this Friday's live stream here on Twitch should be day 14, so... Hey, come on, Demon. I've only got so much time in a day, man. I'm playing way too many games like this. So, all right. So we have all of our basic stuff upgraded. I'm not going to worry about the speed modules on the assembler. I don't really care about them right now. I don't need that as much as I need the rest of the stuff built. So we're going to do. I don't want to bring Bob into it yet, because if I do, Bob's going to weld up everything. And I don't want Bob to weld up everything. Alright, let's go see what we got left over here to take apart, besides the obvious stuff. So is it really just grinding down the ship? Alright. So yeah, it's just grinding down the ship and taking out the last of this kind of stuff. Interesting. Yeah, Shades, I think I warned everybody, if you have OCD, don't play Undead Legacy. That game... with just the sheer amount of stuff that you have to maintain, as far as inventory is concerned. Oh yeah, it'll kill you. Wait until you see what I've been working on in the base in that. Guys, go ahead and drop these off over here. So the new base that I've been working on, that underground area, I've got the reception room built, and I've got the temporary permanent storage room built. I have like 15 or 20 storage crates in there. It is a lot of stuff. Right. And after getting it all sorted, I found that I was able to actually cut back on things. But there's, yeah, still a lot of stuff that... on that one, I'm currently still... Oh. Trying to take it out of the storage box instead of putting it in. But yeah, so I've got the crafting room mostly set up right now as well. It's just, the whole thing is taking a lot of time. It's really bad because day 14, I think I'm in the middle of day 12 in that right now. And I've done nothing to get ready for the day 14 horde yet. So day 14 horde may be me running around with firearms and clubs. And because I've got the, like, I don't know, like 32 or 48 or something like that zombies spawn for the horde. My character is probably going to take a death this week. Maybe 2. We'll see. Nice, Sharky. You know, it's nice though. Sorry for the resource management aspects of what's going on here, but unfortunately, is part of the game. All right. What are our batteries looking like here? Okay, they're coming up on 40%. They're putting out almost no power, which is good. Okay. Just making sure that we have everything. And you are done. Okay, so we have that battery. Everything else is down below, right? So 1, 2, 3. And the last battery is down here, I believe. That's the ore detector. So I'm going to make sure that battery gets held onto. All right. And we need to go place our med bay, which I'm thinking we're going to place. And get this off of here. And let's flip you this way. So that's a wall there. So basically we have a wall here. We're going to place, let's grab our conveyors really quick. We'll put a conveyor cube there and there. I should have the parts to make 2 of these. Really? I need 6 motors, huh? Alright, there we go. Go ahead and get this done. Well, yeah, I know I'm slacking because it's a chill stream. We're not speed building today. And I just need 118 interior plates. I think I have those. Maybe not. Really? Did I really use... Considering I just... Oh, I know why. Silly Hal, come on. It's because I haven't finished grinding it down yet. I'm like, where'd the rest of the interior plates go? I just had a bunch. Son of a... I love that script, man. That thing is awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and get this going. We definitely want this up and running before we do too much more, because I have a tendency of slamming into the ground at high rates of speed. I'd like to tell you, it's not the fall that kills you; it's the sudden stop at the end. Unless there's a sidewalk, then it's a terminal case of concrete poisoning. Alright, so that chair is going to come out of there eventually. This will be area here. I'm thinking let's go regular door. Kind of tempted to use that. What do you need? You need 2 computers, 2 displays, steel tubes, metal grids. You don't need metal grids. Yeah, we'll use it. It's just a fun block. Oh, that's right. It's a small grid only. Damn it. Oh, well. Okay. It's fine. We can work around it. It's... Why are you... Really? Did I grab the wrong one? I think I grabbed the wrong one, didn't I? Yep, I grabbed the small grid only one. I want this one. There we go. And we are going to basically transplant this door over there. No. See, all of those things are symptoms of the concrete poisoning. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the rest of this, get this thing running, get it welded up. There we go. Oh, and I'll probably do hangar door, or the blast door base there, so that we'll be able to use this for vehicle landing as well. Let's see what we got left over here. We still have some things, just a few things left. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and grab ore detector. Ah, that's what it's next to the ore detector. I always forget where that thing's at. All right. Yeah, I turned the wolves off, but we left all of the AI stuff turned on. Because, like I said, this is a chill stream. The wolves don't really add anything to the game, and the fact that they tend to bring me free supplies makes things a little bit easier. So I thought about leaving them on, but I mean, I can turn them back on. Doesn't matter. Okay, so it looks like all of our batteries are there. Alright, so now we have to carefully bring batteries down. And hopefully not kill myself doing this. Okay. A second here. I want to make sure we're not about to remove the block that this whole thing is attached to. We're going to remove one of them, but not both of them. Okay. Actually, we'll go from this way. They will sometimes. It just depends on how close you are when they spawn. The problem is that in one of the more recent updates, Keen adjusted the despawn radius. So now the vanilla despawn radius is 20k, I think it is. So it's please don't kill me. There. you're gonna kill me, aren't you? I'm gonna go this way just in case. Awesome. Okay, let's go get some power back. Are we at two bars yet? No, of course not. Yeah, so basically what happens is that the AI for the wolves breaks now very easily. I want to say at 600 meters. So if they spawn too far away from you, if they're more than like 600 meters away, they just kind of run in place until you get close. And then depending on if they have aggro triggered on you or not, they'll come over. If they haven't aggro triggered, then they won't come over, which is really sad, unfortunately. Did they fix them in the last update? Because the last time I had them in-game, they were still behaving the same way. But I haven't tried them in about 2 weeks, so. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. See if these things will drop. Sharky was being sarcastic. It was the royal version of fix. I was hoping not have to do it like this, but Okay, so we've got a bunch of batteries cut free over here. It's 3. And this one should be the last one. Anybody remember when you used to be able to push these things? I used to be able to push them around. Alright, so now that we have them down here, this is actually easier to get. Alright, so we are going to go with taking... Man, I really don't want to take this thing apart. Actually, how close? Yeah, it should be within range. Okay, so let's grab time to bring Bob into the mix. Just make sure. Okay, yeah. Yes, someone in that way. Man, just putting Bob into the game. We took a massive performance hit. Yeah, it's okay. It should be close enough. All right. Okay, so we want you to be in fly mode. We want you to grind before welding. Actually, grab this. So what we're going to do is we're going to set our build color to 313, 100, 100. I do not want you to do that. I don't want you to do that. We want armor blocks to be disabled, because I don't want him welding up my armor blocks. Everything else should be okay. Grind priority is fine. Oh, can we not tell him not to pull specifically? I'm gonna have to see if I can find that script. There's a script mod for Bob that you're supposed to be able to define like specific ingot types or specific ore types. Oh, helps if I flip the switch on him, huh? Alright, so we go like so. And like so. And then while Bob is doing that, we can start working on this. See, what I'm most worried about is this whole thing dropping off and destroying the batteries we have sitting down there. Oh, to do the slider? Okay, so in the menu system, when you're in the actual terminals, what you do is you go to the slider that you want to adjust and you do Control left click, and it'll bring up the specific value. Unfortunately, it does not work when you're in the paint menu anymore. You used to be able to do it in the paint menu too. So now if you want to set a specific color, install Bob, set the, choose the color block that you want to change, go into Bob's settings, manually set the exact color you want, and then click the box that says set color. Yeah, I will rename him to Bob. Bob has to get full credit. So I think we're going to actually do a little bit longer of a stream if you folks want to keep hanging out. Figure it's a Wednesday. We did a fresh start on Space Engineers. Alright, so I just want to make sure all of you guys are not going to get crushed or something silly like that when this thing comes down, because I know it's going to come down on top of them. Because Bob is not selective. Oh, he is selective, just incorrectly selective. Right. Is that really like just too far outside that? It can't be. Alright, and then we were talking about the script earlier for the solar panels. What it's doing is it's basically trying to figure out where it was that it got the beginnings of its light sequence. So it's resetting itself, so when the sun comes up, it'll start capturing, as much as possible. Really? Are you really just outside of Bob's range? Considering they did reduce it, didn't they? Let me check something here. Damn it. Right outside of the range. You're killing me, Bob. You're killing me. All right. Alright then. Okay. You do you then. That's fine. Just don't swap me out of the air, please. I had somebody do that in a multiplayer game once. They were playing with rotors. I wasn't paying attention, so I was flying through. They were doing some test with their rotor system, and I basically took a heavy armor block, like the arm that they were playing with was a group of heavy armor blocks. Yeah, I basically took that to the face. It's just like, obviously killed my character instantly. Oh, what we'll be able to do, and one of the reasons why I'm thinking we're going to do a little bit longer of a stream today is because I want to get the batteries hooked up. And once we have the last few bits of this out of here, let's see. Now, in theory, if that comes down, that needs to be fixed. All right, so let's do this. So we're going to do that, so that we can take this stuff out. So that when it comes down, it hopefully does not destroy the battery right here. Because we're going to go ahead and tell Bob we'll do it that way. We'll try to do it in a controlled manner, so that it's less likely to come crashing down on us. But we'll see. Okay, Bob, you do your thing. I'm going to come over here. We're going to switch that up. And we're going to drop off pretty much all of the rest of the stuff that we've picked up already. I don't need any of that. I do need... Let's grab 200 of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab a seat for a second, get ourselves charged up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a piston build. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a system up that will allow us to pick up those batteries, hopefully. And we're going to use what little uranium we have left, since it's already refined. We're not, like I said, we're not mining uranium. We're just using what we have looted. Here, 4 kilometers that way. If you were a little closer, I might actually take the trip over there. So let's go ahead. And we're going to do... Get you out of there. Do I want to do rotors? I could do rotors. So did you latch? Yes, you attached. That's good. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we do there, 2, 3. Yeah, so let's do there. And what we're gonna do, sorry if I go overly quiet, I'm just thinking about what we're trying to build here. So I actually want this to be 5 wide as our central platform. Actually, go 7 instead. Yeah, we'll do 7. And then we're going to go, let's forward wheel here. Actually, no, I'll take that off. So we said the platform itself, we're going to do 5 wide. Right. Now this whole thing is basically just being set up around the idea of having it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically just trying to be a platform for the for the thing that we're going to have, where we're going to have the crane set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be there. And we're going to have it. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add some wheels. We're going to do the I'm going to do the 5x5s, I think. And I believe I think it goes that way, right? Yeah, I know the wheel couldn't be placed because I was standing there. I can never remember which way it goes. The piston goes to the bottom. Wheel could not be placed. There we go. I think the piston goes to the bottom, right? And this is fine, because once we have everything set up and working, we'll be able to add the wheels to it. I'm not that worried about it. A Clang summoning rig? Yes. Yes, it is. So the pistons won't extend. I'm not sure what you have going on there. Alright, so we are going to set this up. Let's go ahead and go piston. Let's not go with the large piston. So we're gonna go. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with the regular rotor. So we're gonna put a rotor in. We're gonna put 2 blocks on. And then we are going to have that. And then we will do, not that it really matters, I mean, this is just because we can, just to make it nice. At least a little nicer, right? How many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And the rest of this is just going to be a way of piloting it. Let's see here. I'm almost tempted to use the concept cockpit again, but that's okay. Alright, so I think that is most of it. I just picked up way more material than I needed to, but that's okay. All four corners won't seem to move. I would check to see the blocks that they were mounted to make sure that you didn't have something accidentally welded in there. Because merge blocks are annoying like that. Add wheel. Come here. And so I don't need to add wheel to you. Wheel suspension. Come here, you. Okay, so you are actually all there. You are there. Everyone's got wheels, right? Okay, looks like everything's got wheels. Hey, Wartall, thanks for the bits, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Move the smallest amount, then stop. Then yeah, it sounds like there's you've got basically the blocks are interfering with each other. So I would check to see to make sure you don't have anything close to the platform you're trying to move. If you've got normal blocks facing the blast door blocks, they will sometimes hang up on each other because there's a little bit of wobble in there when it's moving. But yeah, definitely. Thanks. I thank you again, Wartall. I appreciate it. Show some. If you guys wouldn't mind showing some love to Wartall for the bits. All right. So the rest of this is that stuff. Okay, so that tells me all of the stuff over here is just out of range of what needs to go. Okay. So we're gonna go here and here. Take that all out. Take that out. And then we're gonna take that. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and say, here, take this out. Alright. Because like I said, I'm going to go ahead and let Bob start welding things up, and I have a feeling he's going to weld all of this crap, even the stuff I don't really want him to, and I'm too lazy to go through and paint everything and ignore color. So, at least I'm honest about it, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and tell Bob. Help others build new and enable. How do I do these? Steel plate, large steel tubes. Second Bob at corner? Maybe, actually. Eventually I will have Bob set up so that we have multiple running. But my big concern is that just making sure that he's actually able to reach the stuff I need him to reach. And what we will probably do is we'll probably eventually refit this guy to have a Bob on him. We'll put like Bob and a little bit of a medium cargo or something on here. So we're just missing components. So let's go ahead and grab 100 components and drop all this stuff off. Yeah, unless I'm building a like a little remote control scout drone of some kind, I tend to use at least the 3x3, if not the 5x5 wheels. So makes it a little easier to get things done. All right, so let's go in here, and we are going to do that so that we can see. Actually, wrong menu. Alright. Height offset is at -50. We do 35 so that when we drop, we don't hopefully drop too much. Now this should be. You know what, let's just do it this way. We'll do 20, we'll do power. Steering angle is 20%. I am not really worried about which way steering is done right now. But we do have to say batteries. Alright, so do we want to use compact batteries? Or do we want to use full-on batteries? So let's go 2. So it's just power cells. I need 20 power cells, which I don't think I have. Nope. But that's okay. We might be able to make them. Let's see. I know I'm looking at them. There they are. What do we need? Nickel, silicon, and... so do we have any nickel? I don't think we do. No. Alright, so where's our nickel deposit at? Over there, 1.3 kilometers. All right, let's go grab some nickel. Should be here in the immediate area. I do have some things I could break down, like I could break down some of the batteries. But I need to... What the hell? Wow. All right. So apparently Bob's audio is really wonky. All right. So where did the nickel go? We want our nickel back. Sorry, couldn't say it. I couldn't help it. I had to say it. So there should be nickel over here somewhere. Oh, there it was. And down we go. Come on. Hi? Okay. I believe I can fly. We'll take it. It's fine. Hey, as long as I can get the nickel, that's all I care. Yeah, see, that's telling me that the problem is in the no uranium mod. It basically broke something. That's fine. I don't think it's the mod author's fault. I think it's the changes that Keen has made to the game. I have a feeling that on restart it'll be fine. There we go. I also noticed that we didn't get the raw materials that we normally get at start. Normally you have a little bit of silicon and iron and stuff inside the refinery. So I was kind of surprised by that. Okay, so that's been moved over. That's good. And we are going to go ahead and put a small reactor on this until we get it set up where it basically we'll be able to have solar on it. Because I'm going to put some solar sails. Actually, you know, let's see what we have here. Tiny solar panel, tiny centered. Okay, so let's see what you look like. It's actually not bad. So let's see what the small, if we can do small centered looks like. Do they have a small centered? Small centered. Awesome! Look at that. That actually looks pretty nice. So we'll do that. Oop. That. And that. Yeah, see? Yeah. Popcorn of ice, yeah, I know, right? Alright, so you're done, you're done. And you just need power cells. So I need to go ahead and get 20 power cells queued up. So you need silicon wafers, which we don't have. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and break down 100 of those. That's fine. Okay. So that should be more than enough. it's just silicon. And we're basically waiting for these to finish. Once we have these finished, yeah, so since we're trying not to use, basically since we're trying not to go mining for uranium, I went ahead and loaded, you know, a bunch of like the different solar panels, and apparently I missed a spot. Not sure how I missed that, but okay, it works. So how much we have? We do have power. Okay. So hopefully this whole thing isn't going to blow up here when we do this. Place your bets. Place your bets. And hopefully it doesn't fall on me and kill me. Hey, look at that. It worked. Mostly. Alright, come here. Alright. Oh, hello. Alright. Ooh. Apparently I just powered up. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna try grabbing these, hopefully somewhat carefully. Turn on our parking brake there. Alright. Can we put on button panel here? Let's go with that. Sure, we'll do it that way. Are we close enough for Bob to throw us some assistance over here? Probably not. What do we need? We just need what? Interior plate and computer? Okay, I'm gonna do that. We can grab that really quick. It's fine. Oh, grab that and that. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. See what I should have done, in fact. We'll do it like this. Make it a little easier on ourselves. You actually don't need starter reactors because batteries start with 30% in them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. This is going to be piston, and we're gonna have this set to extend, and then we're gonna do piston retract. I might actually need more buttons. No, I guess I could do... Here, we'll do this. So this is actually... We'll do this. This will be... decreased velocity. so, and then we do rotor. This is going to be reverse, and we want to reset. We'll set it to decrease. That's fine. Okay, so there goes that. Okay, that's not gonna do what I want. All right, so we want this to be. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Can I have to do it in here? So we're gonna go ahead and go to control panel, find rotor. Actually, I need to see how did I install this thing. Come here, you. All right, so that's 90. So our lower is 90, upper is 180. Somebody remember that, because I probably won't. So we're going to set our lower limit. It's going to be set to 90. Upper limit's 180, right? Is that what I said? 180? Torque is fine. Safety detach. What is our velocity at? Oh, let's go 0.5. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this. Oh, hello. What the hell was? Oh, son of a. What are you doing? No! Oh, son of a. Fucking. Come here, you. All right, so let's go. All right. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. So piston. Have you set up to extend? Have you set up to retract? And reset velocity. Landing gear is going to be over here. We're going to have it switch lock. Rotor, we're going to have you reverse. Decrease velocity. Actually, no, we want you to reset velocity. Actually, there you go. All right. I might have to put a second piston on it to extend out there, but that's okay. So let's take a look here. Okay, that will clear it. That's... you ever have one of those days where everything just decides, nah, screw it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to extend it out a couple of more here. Which is fine. So you need to go out of there. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna go ahead and grab gear again. Really? Oh, son of a... Hey look, Bob welded everything up. At least we had the plates for it. Well, we still have some plates left too. Last 2 days of the elevator, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it. About doing it more like a tow truck. But I thought this would be more fun, so. Alright, so now we reverse this. Hey? Alright, so what we're gonna do and I actually want to take these out. %, probability of boom. That is, it is always an option. Right? Isn't it Adam that always says that? Option is, or failure is always an option. Right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see if when the merge block finishes welding up, if it's too much mass for the little vehicle. Well, looks like it's going to be okay. Okay, so this is either going to work fabulously or fail fabulously. This sounds like this might be my theme song. I should have known better, right? Let's see if we can do this. So if I do... Actually, Damn it. It's worth a try. Okay. No, don't get yourself all tangled up here. Come on. Oh, it's because of the magnetic force of the merge block. Come on. Nope. This is why I was going to put the second piston on. Alright, let's put the second piston on. Come on, get off there. Get out of there. Let it go. Thank you. No, that's too easy. Fine. Alright, let's see here. Well, control panel, rotor. Okay, we'll do it this way instead. Hopefully. Come on. Get your damn swing arm around there. The wheel's in the way. Can we... Which wheel is that? So let's go like this. We're gonna... Can we pull those in? No. So it's basically one block too short because of that. All right. Sorry, my dog's gas is getting to me. I've got no oxygen left in my brain. Yes, I am going to blame the dog. I want hard wait for the sun. Yeah, no, thank you. So let's make sure we are mostly lined up here. Look at that. Okay, that's funny. Let's try it. Let's try this again. There we go. What the? Are you kidding me? Okay, it's worked every other time, but now, huh? All right, come here, you. No. That makes no bloody sense. Come here. All right, time to rebuild. All right, here. Can we put... Oh, we need gravity and components for that. All right. Son of a... Come on. Hey, whatever it takes, right? Nope, come on. Go the other way. Hey, if it works for real cars, it works for virtual cars too. Hey, it works in the end, right? That's all that matters. Hey, look at that. Okay. 1 down, 3 to go. Getting better and better, huh? Hey, come on, damn it. You're a little overly touchy here, computer. Hey, it works. That's all that matters. Glad we could entertain you. Glad we could entertain you. It's all good. And I'm not overly concerned with getting these things all aligned in the same pattern. Alright, so and down it goes again. Which is fine. Because we just go like so. There we go. See? Once we figure it out, we're okay. Mostly. There you go. It's just getting it running. Once you have it running, everything else is okay. For some reason, though, it just like decides it wants to jump forward. I'm gonna put a merge block on this one. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. All right. And we're doing all of this on solar power batteries only. No reactors. There you go. All right, so it works. Oh. So we have just under half a full charge on all the batteries. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. Doesn't do any good anyway, right? So let's go ahead and put one last merge block in. We are going to rinse and repeat this once more. And I'm hoping this is going to be close enough. Oh, there it is. To get captured. I hope somebody got a clip of that when it was bouncing all over the place. I'm just going to put it right there. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's too far away for Bob to get to it. That's okay. We can make it work. Oh, hello. I'm gonna have to turn down the power of the wheels. See? It's kind of funny, as much as I've played this game, that even just kind of screwing around like this, we're able to make something just absolutely ridiculous work. And that should be about where we need to be, right? Yeah. Come on. Hey, get your ass in there. There we go. All of our batteries are hooked up now. All right. Let's not ever have to use this thing again, shall we? Oh. And once everything is set up, this is actually going to be... Yeah, that's going to be definitely wide enough for this whole thing once it's done. That's actually good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and set park brake there. We're going to get out of this thing. Oh, so it worked. We have a functional base. We have solar panels that are going to be working here shortly. We have a ridiculous amount of power storage. We have a refiner. We have an assembler. We even have a working med bay. So not too bad for a single night of fun and excitement, right? Look at that. It's always nice when things actually work once in a while. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit those follows. If you, especially if you want to see more. If you're ever on the YouTube side of the house, you can actually find us over on YouTube here. If you want to join the community, not just hang out with us during the live streams, you can find us over here over on Discord. Hey, look at that, Demon. Beat me to it. And if you happen to be on Twitter and want to see whatever I'm working on, you know, you can find us over there. So I do post small updates every once in a while, maybe like little screenshot teasers and things. So if you're on Twitter, definitely worth the follow. On that note, let's see if anybody else is doing Space Engineers. Let's see who is doing Space Engineers. Oh, I really hate their new thing. There we go. Ooh, Crafty Crafter. Anybody I know? Maybe Crafty Crafter.
Fake news, then why settle for fake furniture?
Yeah, let's go spend some time over there, shall we? We are going to go...
Yeah. I don't think I can enclose all of this.
So I do want to thank you all again for hanging out. Be sure to pay a visit on any of those channels you can find. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. And as always,
It's
folks,
just gonna
hope you all
have
have a
to be like
fantastic day. Take care and be
As
safe
much
out
as
there.
I hate
everybody.
it.
Have a great week, everyone.